lighting is a little different compared to, well, maybe y'all don't notice. Maybe y'all don't care. What's up, you guys? In today's video, I'm going to show you guys all the books that I want to read before 2022, which is the new year. Unless you're watching this in like 2025, then no. But if you're watching this in 2021, then anyways. So I have one of them right here. I have 10 books. I think that's a solid amount, especially because I'm not talking about the books. This isn't a review. I'm kind of just showing you the titles and giving a brief summary of what the book is about if I know. I have 2 lights on and my window's open. It is so hot in here, and my neighbors, they have this white fence.
Don't care, still don't care.
Oh, no. So, first book we have is The Liar's Child. There's something about this cover that creeps me out. It's just some girl walking in the ocean and her hand is dragging on the water. It's so scary. I think it's because you don't know who it is. In the shadow, but this is The Liar's Child. I have no idea what it's about, so don't ask me. I'm going to get through this pretty fast. Look at how thin. I actually really do want to read this, but I have to be in the mood to be petrified, and I'm not in that mood right now. This is by the author of The Good Goodbye, if you guys know what that is. That's another book by this author, so I'm just waiting for the day where I'm in the mood to not want to go to sleep because I'm scared, or not want to go to sleep without the lights being on. I want to be in that mood. So once I'm in that mood, I'll pick up this book. If I don't finish this before 2022, I won't be surprised because it really isn't up to me. I can't put myself in a mood to want to read a thriller. I'll type out the synopsis and put it at the end, maybe, if I feel like it. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the next book. Next book is also a hardcover, and it is The Wife Upstairs by Rachel Hawkins. I actually started this book and did not finish it. I got another book and I started reading that one, and then I got another book and stopped reading both of the books, started reading that book. So I really put this on the back burner and I'm a little upset. It was getting good, but I just have not finished it. I'm going to have to read it all over again from the beginning. I do remember a little bit, but I know that there are details I'm going to need to know, and I know I forgot those little details. I think I'm actually going to be able to finish this before 2022. It's not at the top of my list, and it's definitely not a priority. I'll show you guys the books that are my priority, but this one, I want it to be a priority. I just have to make it. Oh, I can tell you what it's about because I kind of read it already without any spoilers. Let me just read the synopsis because I might actually end up spoiling something. Jane, she's new to Birmingham, Alabama. Blah, 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 blah. She meets this dude named Eddie. Eddie's wife drowned. It says drowned in a boating accident with her best friend. Their bodies lost to the deep. Jane can't help but see an opportunity in Eddie. It's kind of like a romance, but it's more of a thriller. As the two fall for each other, Jane is haunted by the legend of Bae. I don't know if I said this before, but Bae is the wife that drowned, Eddie's wife. You can't be haunted by someone that's alive. That is where the thriller aspect of the video comes into play. That is all I'm going to say. I'll read the last sentence. It says, can Jane win Eddie's heart before her past or his catches up with her? That's all I'm going to say. From what I read, it truly is a good book, so I'm very excited to finish this one. We'll start it over and then finish it. Next book I actually already showed in a video, but it is called A Thousand Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole. This book I actually started. I'm more than halfway through. I only have a little more than a quarter ways to go. See, this is what I have to read. This is what I've already read. Kind of already done with it, but the reason why I'm putting it in this video is because, yes? Hold on. Okay, I'm back. What was I saying? I know I was talking about this book. Oh, this one is on the back burner because it's repetitive. I mean, bro, you can go to my channel, click on my channel, and go to the video where I'm doing a haul of all the books that I got. And I'm talking about this book. I literally said before I even started the book that this is a 6th grader level book just by the cover. That's what I get from it. I mean, come on. I'm not the only one, right? Looks like a 6th grader would read this. And I wasn't wrong. I truly would give this to a 6th grader to read. It's cute and it's simple. There's one part that I probably wouldn't have a 6th grader read, but even if they did, they wouldn't understand it. Everything I know that I was about to explain, it's a spoiler. You can just read it yourself. I mean, this is a synopsis. It's very short. I can't say too much. I'm trying to word it so that I'm not spoiling anything, but I can't. Like, okay, So there's two guys. Oh, nope. One girl, one guy. They were friends since the sandbox. Then one day, the girl moves away, is completely silent, like does not stand contact at all. Years later, they meet back up and we find out why she stopped communicating with him. It just goes from there. It's a romance, but it goes from when they're like 3 years old to when they're 17. So that's why it's such a 6th grader level book to me. I don't know, it's kind of childish, I can't lie. But I will say I did cry like 6 times. So if you want to cry, this is definitely the book for you. That's all I'm going to say about the book, but I want to finish it because I don't have that much left. If I don't finish it before 2022, I'm probably never going to finish the book. It's just so repetitive, guys. Like, it's the same thing. That's the 3rd book. I have like 2 hours. Okay, this next book, I'm so excited to read this. This is called Act Your Age, Eve Brown. Ooh, this is one of the books that I'm very excited to read. I have not started it. I know you see a little bookmark. It's just a receipt. I got this book 3-4 days ago, and this is the 3rd book in the trilogy. It's a sister trilogy. I've read the 1st one and the 2nd one, but I read them out of order, so I read the 2nd one first and the 1st one second. This is the 3rd one, so I'm reading the 3rd one third. My favorite so far, at least, is the 2nd one, but I'm hoping and praying that I like this one more. I will start this book next week if I can, if my schedule allows me to. Don't ask me what it's about because I don't know. I'm not reading all of that. Just look it up. That's the 4th book that I want to read before the end of this year. Hold on. This next one, it's The Silent Patient. I love this cover so much. It goes so good with my nails too. Oh god. All I know is that there's a girl, some crazy murder or something happens. I really don't know. There's this girl that I guess knows a whole lot, but she doesn't talk. That is so scary to me. I don't know what it is. Like, that is so cool. I love that so much. Mark my words, I'm gonna like this book. I was standing in the aisle in Target with all the books, and I picked this up and I started reading it. I read maybe the 1st chapter, a little less than the 1st chapter. Well, there's like a diary before the chapter begins, so I was reading that. I was in love. I went to Barnes & Noble like 3 or 4 days ago when I got this book. I also got this one. I know I'm going to like it. And if I don't, I will literally give somebody like $100. Like, that's how surefire I am with this book. This is gonna be a successful book. Y'all, this is, I have not been this excited to read a book in a very long time. So this may be the 1st book I read out of all of the ones I'm showing you guys in this video. Somebody commented and they told me that they love thriller and this is their favorite thriller book, and they recommended me this book, and I commented, I responded, and I was like, I'm actually going to buy this book. It's been on my TBR for so long. I don't know if I'm gonna do a book vlog where I show you guys me reading it. I'm really thinking about doing it because I haven't been this excited to read a book itself. I'm gonna stop talking about it. Get one more close up because this cover is everything. Like, look at the, you can see the girl, you can kind of see her eyes right there, then her mouth is cut off, and then boom. So you open it, you have the quotes, right? Only on the 3rd or 4th page there's a little quote, not this one, so it's the 4th page. There's a little quote right here, and it's whatever the author wants to put. It could be something personal, or it could be about the book, or something that just grabs your attention. This quote right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words. This quote right here, it just makes you want to read the book. I love that this is, just read it, bro. Y'all see that? It says, but why does she not speak? I also don't want to start it right now because I know I'm going to want to read very, very badly, but I have so much to do and I'm trying to get a lot done. And with me, like, let's say I have 10 things to do that are very, very important, like those need to be my priorities. If I'm reading a book and it's good, this is so bad, but I will literally put all of that to the back burner and read. It's so bad. So I'm trying not to start this one. Oh, what have you got? Okay, I'll text back later. But yeah, I could put money on it. I am reading this before the end of 2021. Alright, moving on. We have, let me not do this one. Sorry. I'm gonna do a different one. I don't want to do back-to-back thriller. So we're gonna do a romance next. This one is called Beach Read. I know we've all heard of it. This book is so thick. On camera, it does not look that thick, but when you're holding it in your hands, like, this author wrote another book called People We Meet on Vacation. That book is so long, and I did not enjoy it. It's just this one thing that the reader is trying to find out, and when you find out, there's no, it's just, I I did not like it at all. Every time I say that, I also back it up with this statement that I'm about to say. I wanted to give this author another try because everybody talks so highly about her books. This is a book that has the most hype, and then People We Meet on Vacation is the second most book that has the most hype. But does that make sense? I don't think that was an actual sentence. Like, that was grammatically said wrong. But anyways, a lot of people like this one more than People We Meet on Vacation, so that's why I said I'm going to give this author another try. Because of how thick it is, and because I'm not excited to read it at all, I won't be surprised if I don't read this before the end of the year. Next book, We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. I started this book. I've gotten not even a quarter way through. That's, oh, hold on. This right here is all I've read. I have all this to read. I stopped reading it though because honestly I was so confused. The author will introduce all of the characters in the first 2 chapters. How am I supposed to keep up? Like, my brain works really fast, but not that fast. I forget people's names the first time they tell me. They'll tell me their name, and then 10 minutes later I'm like, hey, what's your name? The week after, hey, what's your name? It takes me about a month to really remember their name and not have to ask or create little ways for me to remember in my mind. Like, I'm not good with names. This book did that. Like, you get so much so fast. I'm like, hold on, who's Jimmy? Who's the aunt? Who do you like again? Like, who's Bob? You better stop! And then in the first couple pages, somebody gets shot. You literally read it at the beginning. What the heck? But I will say, that intrigued me. Once that happened, I wanted to keep reading. But then after that, that is when the author started to create all of these new characters and put them all in at the same time. That's when I stopped reading. I said, okay, this is too much. This is just too much. So, I don't know. Again, might not read this before the end of the year, but the goal is to. I don't want to go into the new year with old books. Not old books, but, you know, I want to start off fresh for the new year. One more thing before I go on to the next book. Everybody that has read this book says the exact same thing. The beginning is so slow, but towards the end, you don't want to put the book down. You absolutely love the ending. It was phenomenal and it was worth the wait. I can't stand books like that. I don't want to go more than halfway and be bored. At the halfway mark, that's when it needs to start getting interesting. I really do like this quote right here. This is something very interesting to me. If anyone asks you how it ends, just lie. I love that. I love that so much because that makes you want to know what ended, how did it end, and why are you lying about it? Still don't think I'm gonna read this before the end of the year. No, let me stop saying that. I need to be positive. I need to be optimistic. I'm gonna finish this. 3 more books to go. We're gonna go with this one. It's called The Wedding Date. I've showed this in a previous video when I'm showing you guys all of the books. Like, I did a haul. That's where you guys have seen this video on my channel before already. That did not make sense. Forming sentences is just coming a little bit harder today. It happens. Let's get into the cover. Oh! I will forever hype this cover up. It is so beautiful, but you can tell it is a romance wedding date. Like, come on. I want to read this, but it's not on my top 3 for the books that I want to read right now. It's also a trilogy, so we'll see. But these are the last 2 books. This one I already started. As you can see, I have a bookmark kind of less than a quarter way through. I really do like it so far. It's one of those books that go back and forth from the past to the present, past to the present. It is a romance. This is called Love and Other Words. I like it so far. I actually do love this cover, so gotta get into that. And it's kind of thick. Not bad. I think Beach Read is thicker though. No, actually, they're the same. Yeah, these books are really thick. But see, I'm not mad that I have to read this. I'm a little upset that I'm gonna have to read this. Like, I don't have to read it, but I paid for it, so I'm gonna read it. But yeah, this one I'm enjoying so far. Last and final book. Really do want to read this one. I've talked about it before, but this is called Safe With Me. It's down here. So basically, there's this mom, right? She has a daughter. I have to use my fingers. Like, it's easier for me to explain if I use fingers sometimes. So there's a mom and there's a daughter, right? That mom signs the daughter up to give away an organ or some part of her body. So the daughter gave away that organ, and because of that, that daughter died. There's another family. There's a mom, there's a dad, and there's a daughter. That daughter received the organ that the daughter gave away. Because that daughter received that organ, this daughter stayed alive. Without that organ, she would have died. The mother of the daughter that passed meets that family, and it goes from there. Hopefully that makes sense. That's a lot of pressure on that mom for signing that daughter up. And then you're gonna meet that family, the family that received your daughter's organ. Like, but then again, your daughter kind of saved somebody else's life, so that should be a good thing. but then it's not because you lost your daughter in the process. So, but it still falls back to you, because why did you sign your daughter up? It's one thing if the daughter said, I want to give it away, but it's the mom telling the daughter to do it. That's a lot of pressure on the mom. See, I'm never doing that. Never. Like, if I have a child, you signed yourself up to give away parts of your body. I'm not signing you up for that. For this exact reason. What do I look like? That's the end of the video, y'all. Right now, I'm in the process of reading this one. After I finish this one, actually, while I'm reading this one, I'm going to finish up this one. Once I finish these two, I am starting this one. While I read this one, I'm going to be reading this one. The only reason why I'm reading both of these books at the same time is because they are two different genres. It's a thriller and a romance. And then once I finish these two, I will most likely, I'll go for these two. This is gonna be something that you guys are gonna notice. I read 2 books or 3 books at the same time if the genres are different. Obviously, if you're reading 2 books at the same time, you can get through them faster. These are the last 3 books. I don't know what I'm gonna read. Honestly, I'm not gonna read this. I'm most likely gonna be reading these 2. No, they're both thrillers. I can't do that. Nope. So I'm gonna read one of these with this one. Don't know which one yet. It might be this one that I read. Nah, it might be these 2. Yeah, these 2 I'm gonna read together. The way I'm figuring this out all right now. Lastly, if I get to it, this will be the last one I read. That's all, folks. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not already, please make sure to subscribe. You're not really losing anything. You're only gaining a new YouTuber, which you hopefully enjoy watching. I upload twice a week. Sometimes I'll upload 3 times a week, depending on my schedule and if I can. But 2 videos are guaranteed. On my Instagram, I do rate my books, and I'll tell you guys when I'm done with them. So if you want to follow me on there, my Instagram, it'll be linked down below as well. Until next time, love and light. Deuces.
Thank you.